funny fellas. If I'm gonna do my presentation off my phone, because our phones can do a lot, and I'm gonna get into that. Can we get these lights down so you guys will be able to see better?
You could put your phone. You're gonna put it up there.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah, you could see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So I'm gonna start off with this picture here. Does that resonate with anybody? What technology looked like 20 years ago?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
So, what I've been working on for over a year now is learning how to market on social media, utilizing this platform to connect myself with other professionals and have them connect with me. But see, when I was doing it before, I first started off at my office out in the Roosevelt collection. We didn't have the tools we have now. I was using WFG logos. I was able to recruit people using WFG, and it was crazy because I was going through the numbers. So I kind of slowed down on it because my recruits were just coming in and signing dies because I didn't have the onboarding program like we do now, or something like really good to send them. I was just getting them with words and a phone call to come into the office and meet with me and get a recruit. So I kind of figured out that just wasn't, I wasn't going to build a business that way. I was going nowhere fast. So what I did is I started taking images from our WealthWave videos.
I want to zoom just a little bit, but
Absolutely.
no, on the camera.
On the,
It says tele.
Gotcha.
TELE.
it's not high tech enough for you.
That's right.
It's just old.
So I do everything off my phone. Everything. Contact, put stuff together. Now I'm just sharing that image just to show you the quality images that we do have. Now you can't get these images off of Google. You Google WealthWave, you're going to get so many things. So I just want to show you the kind of stuff that I was able to come up with. I'm going to show you conversations that I've had with people. I'm going to show you the type of... Now, I've watched every video multiple times, and I'm going to advise that everybody do that because let's say these are tools in my tool belt, and I want to get to know my tools very well. For whenever situation pops up, however the conversation goes, I know exactly which video to use. So, I have a lot of content that I'm able to attach to the videos. I'm going to show you exactly a couple examples here on how I market myself online. Now I'm very confident in our tool, so I've opened myself up publicly in Facebook. It was before only friends can see this and people I wanted to see it, but I was able to create some stuff just to make it look good. Now this is how I share, if I want to share the Rule of 72. One of the most powerful lessons I've learned early in my career was the Rule of 72, and I'm going to share it with you. Click the link to watch the video. Simple stuff. Great picture, link to my website, great website video. Let's go to the next one here. Where did I get, does this look familiar at all?
Mm-hmm.
This is from the Blue Book. Attached with a really good picture. There's a link. Take a look at the Swiss Army Knife Financial Services. Now, I'm gonna show you guys. This is just real quick stuff that I came up with to show you guys what I do and how. Next, I'm gonna show you how many people I'm able to get that over to. So, when you look at my profile, looks good, right?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Don't be afraid to read it, man. I mean,
Yeah,
even though
what's
Oh,
cool
okay.
is you're not having to reinvent anything. You're just
Okay. So, how many people do you know have a current financial roadmap for retirement? The old model of retirement, retiring on personal savings, a company pension, government pensions have become obsolete. People need a new strategy for generating income during their retirement years. They need a new game plan for their financial future. To learn more, click on the link. And that was going to my How Money Works video. I think this is a great picture right here. Which do you fear more? 39% fear dying too soon, 61% outliving your money. More people fear outliving their money than dying. So I kind of handpicked these. Now this I'm going to get into when I show you my page. So here's an example of somebody I reached out with social media. He actually reached out to me. Then I followed up with him. Have you gotten a chance to view my website? I would like your honest feedback. Looking at it now, 1 second. So far impressive. I'm looking to invest, sir. What type of investment would you recommend? He came to the office and I made him a member. That was Salvador that was here. Todd and I are getting back together with him this Saturday. The mortgage broker. Hey Caesar, our brand. I did show him a video. I did show him my website, and I was just getting to this. So just so you guys can see that this does work. Hey Caesar, our branch is looking to partner with a mortgage company. Is your practice open to receiving new clients? Let's do it. All right. The executives would like to meet you. Are you available next Thursday evening? Bam. I still have not met this guy in person yet. Todd sat with him, and Todd's been working with him lately. And I was able to do that using social media, which is awesome. Now, this I created right before I came over here. The challenge of dreaming is to find an opportunity big enough to make your dreams a reality. Our business has the horsepower to make even the biggest and boldest of dreams possible. I invite you to take a deeper dive and watch one of our featured videos. Dreams Start Here. I love Dreams Start Here. It's under 3 minutes, and it's really quick. You know, if you don't build your dreams, someone will hire you to build theirs. I just want somebody to raise their eyebrow. You know, I see a lot of clickbait online, and I click it anyways, and I get hit with like 4 or 5 ads, but just to watch whatever video that I thought was cool. So let me create something a little professional. You know, I've learned a lot from looking at other people's stuff.
That's good.
Thank you. Okay, so I've been befriending a lot of the Big Four lately, and that has to do a lot with when I get into my recruiting mode. I use this here's my personal page. I got WealthWave right above my head, and this here's my picture. And if you're a stranger, this all came because I've exhausted my warm market. Wasn't exactly as warm as I wanted it to be. So I'm looking to go cold. I'm looking to reach people online cold. And the funny part is they actually reach out to me. They look at my profile, they're like, man, that's a good picture, that's a good company, that's some great content he's sharing, those are great videos, that's a solid website. And then when they finally get here, it's just like Salvador told me. He told me this place exceeded my expectations. He's like, I just had no idea that this place is that great. So when I put together, when you're, I'm just going to share my examples. I put nothing but happy stuff on my profile page. Nothing but me, the kids, the wife, all smiling. Because when people see my wife happy, they see a happy wife, a happy life. They're like, okay, who is this guy? I need to talk to him. And then they start flooding my inbox. Nobody's ever really liking anything. For example, let me give you a quick example. I went on a field trip with my daughter the other day. I have a real quick video. It's like 3 seconds of me feeding a goose. Now, I fed the goose. That was it. But I saw 3 people liked it, 2 people commented, but 48 people watched the video. So people are on your profile. People are watching stuff. They may not hit you directly, but they would definitely. Yeah, I don't want my phone to ring while I'm here. Let's all double check that, right? All right. So I even put this stuff on my page. Now, I had a young lady reach out to me May 21st from a post that I had put out in a special group. And she reached out to me. I followed up with her. She stopped talking to me. I specifically put this post up last night because I knew somebody's going to look at it. I woke up this morning to a message. Is this opportunity still available? Yes, it is. I'll actually show you a little convo that we had. It's so crazy how we're able to connect with people extremely fast using social media. This gentleman here, he's actually one of the head board members of the Eastside Chamber. He saw an ad that I put out in Spanish, which, by the way, thanks to Ron, he had told me about Google Translator. So any content that I'm able to come up in English, I can turn into any language. Spanish, Russian. I'm part of a lot of groups in social media about 300 and something of them. I'm going to show you how I use those groups as well. So this guy, I invited him. He couldn't quite make it today, but we're going to get together and possibly next week. I had a young lady reach back out to me. Now she's coming next week. So when I befriend somebody, they always want to know, what do I do? And I'm not going to waste my time. I used to a lot, just playing on my phone like, oh, I need to respond to each person. They need their own personal message. I got off of that really quick and started using copy and paste. I just put hi, and then thank you for reaching out. May I add you to my group, Understanding Money? So every new friend that I get, I add to this group called Understanding Money. I think this is a really good picture, so I use that as the main profile picture for my group. And all I'm doing is just sharing information from the Blue Book. Now I spent a lot, I've typed this actually.
Yeah, but you're not having to come up with
Each time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the verbiage, yeah.
I just do it, I type it up one time.
And it's-
You know what I like about it? You know it's compliant.
Right?
That
No,
was it,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Use the Blue Book like crazy because it's been through compliance. Nobody could say, hey, where'd you get that line? Page 17, you know?
Right. And that's why I like having the Blue Book and then having the videos to be able to attach to it, because
Yeah.
they go right hand in hand. And especially if you're looking for something, like I used to think, what am I going to say with this? And then I was like, you know what? If I'm going to talk about life insurance,
Just use it.
just use the Blue
Blue
Book.
Book.
You know?
That's a good idea.
Read that.
Yeah.
All right, start from
This
the top.
one's good.
Understand life insurance. Life insurance isn't a fun topic, but it's a critical part of your financial strategy. People don't often talk about it, most don't understand it, few want to buy it. Even those people who buy it don't necessarily understand it or appreciate its importance in building and preserving wealth. As a result, a lot of people don't have life insurance protection. If they do, most don't have enough. Take a look at the Swiss Army knife of financial services.
Yeah.
They
It
click
was
on it,
good.
somebody just liked it. You know, I felt so confident like a couple days ago that I put my profile public. So now I have a lot of people reaching out to me, sending me friend requests, and they talk to me. What I'm doing is social media network marketing, and we kind of like talk a little bit, and then eventually the point is for them to show them this, and then have them come down to the center.
You have 1,200 members in this group?
I do.
Wow.
I saw that at the top. Scroll up.
So you started as a discussion group when you started this Facebook page, or how did this? Right.
This startup, yeah,
How?
I will show you the beginning of Understanding Money.
Okay, hold on. One point. Wait. So you have 1,200 people. So can you tell how many people are reading your stuff?
All of them. There was
They're all
when I
1,200
started,
people are reading your posts.
implementing WealthWave, I had about 600 or 700 people. Since I implemented WealthWave, and people just started asking me to join, and when I make a new friend, I ask them, would you like to join my new group? They always have the option to leave, but they've chosen to stay. They like the info. I've had a guy even
That's
just
good.
like,
That's cool.
Yeah.
some guy just,
Miguel, have you used Instagram?
I am on Instagram as well. Twitter, Instagram,
Okay.
Facebook,
Miguel,
yes.
I know you said that there was something you shared that were 750,000 people.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Okay, good. Sorry. You said if you could
We got
share
time.
with us, you said you're in 300 groups.
Yes.
Right? What did you do to find the groups that you wanted to be in?
Yeah.
I searched
that was
them.
the question. Oh, you searched them.
We are gonna.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
glad.
Okay.
Man, you guys make me feel young in here.
Wow.
You are actually in this room. In this room, but don't get ahead of yourself.
So I'm gonna just go through a couple more with you. Now this one took me a while to type up, just because I'm a neat freak and I want to get stuff spaced out ready. I'm going into a lot of stuff here. Now I normally don't share this much info on my personal page because I know my attention span, and if I see somebody writing a paragraph, I'm just automatically, all right, Monologue Johnson, and I'm getting out of there.
Okay.
I had a great picture there. Financial security has become far more important than wealth and the new American dream. Great stuff, right?
Oh, you don't
Look
even
at
know
that,
what your stuff
14
says.
Yeah. 14 people.
Yeah,
See, 4 shares.
4 shares.
So they shared, those people shared it in their groups?
People you
Is
don't
that
even know.
right?
People, they share it to their personal page.
Okay.
They're like, man, this guy's onto something. I need to share it.
Okay,
You
so
know?
they shared it on their personal page.
Yeah, people are looking for this stuff.
And doesn't Facebook have a report that shows you like how many people, you know what I mean, like weekly, like they show you or monthly?
Oh, yeah, they do.
Because
They
the
show me
analytical page. I forgot what
Analytics.
it's called. Yeah,
It just
analytics.
shows,
Thank you.
it'll tell me how many people joined, how many people liked, how many people viewed,
Right.
and stuff like. So I'm able to keep track of it. But I honestly, I get so much stuff that comes in sometimes that I don't really check on it too much.
Yeah.
So this is all verbiage from the Blue Book, talking about building a proper financial foundation. Not going to read this all, but they all end up the same way. To learn more, click on the link and watch the video. So why doesn't everyone have life
Yeah.
insurance? Heartland, I created something for Heartland. Financial well-being, this is just copy and paste from the Heartland page. Straight copy and paste, but I really take my time to find out which I'm going to copy and paste. And then I attach this in here. This one's going over just basic.
They're part of Heartland, right?
No, this is an example that I want to show you guys what I can do with the Heartland stuff.
All right. Make sure you
Yeah.
be a college
Yeah.
planner at minimum, right? It's $95, so you don't get yourself in any.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Okay.
That's my favorite chapter.
So this one I haven't attached a link yet. Like it is a work in progress because I did an overhaul on this page. It used to be a lot of WSB stuff, but I didn't have imagery. I didn't have a video. It wasn't what it, when I first got introduced to WealthWave, I was kind of cynical. Like Todd was, we got this technology stuff, and I was just like, well, what am I going to do with that? And then after I saw the videos, it fell right in line with what I want to do, and then it just shifted to, wait till you see what I can do with this. And I got really excited because I know that I can create some good content, and I can make you click on it. And then even better, I get you on the phone, I'm going to make you come to the office too. I may not be like really good at the PFS yet and, getting the clients, but I'm going to stick to my strengths and get them here. One of my strengths is recruiting. I like to recruit. It's just one of my favorite things.
Awesome.
So the goal is to really build a big base shop for me. So here's another example. Just going over the workplace program for Heartland, and this is something that can be in English and in Spanish. It does go over what the workplace program does. I've even gotten 3 HR professionals in Chicago friend me because I shared this.
And all you're saying, there's nothing wrong with putting this up, as long as your transition conversation is about getting them in front of Todd,
That's
who's
exactly
the expert, and he's going to do all the hard work for you anyway. So it's where you're wrong, and you're not doing this, by the way, is if you tried to represent that you're in Heartland, which, by the way, when I'm looking at it, you're not doing that, so you're doing it fine. I'm making a point that you're showing the resource and then selling access, because your goal in all of this is to get appointments.
Yes.
And so that's really the goal. So if you do this and don't hold yourself out as Heartland, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And it's easier to transition to the appointment.
Exactly. When I add Todd, I normally put at the top, I have a friend that can help. Or I put that at the bottom. So this way I get it off on me, and I introduce him to my friend.
Correct.
That's Todd.
Mr. Kemp. So when I initially started this group is created to teach the working class financial concepts normally reserved for the wealthy. I've dedicated a lot of my time developing partnerships with huge financial companies. After all that I've learned, I've realized it's my duty to help as many people as possible understand the same concepts. It's time to learn how retirement works and how to accumulate wealth the right way. Feel free to ask any questions. If you'd like more info, personal experience, let's meet at our office in Oak Brook. So now, this here's college planning. Our college planning program is deemed as one of the very best in the country that this country has to offer. And then I'm going to go further. This is something I copy and pasted from the website as well. And just added some nice imagery there. Link directly there. The way it pops up on social media just looks great, And I want people to click on that stuff. So this page is definitely in the works. And anytime I friend somebody new who's just like, man, Miguel, what do you do? Instead of me doing a song and a dance, which I would have done before, I'm going to give them a link to my website. I'm going to give them some good stuff to look at. Now let's move forward. This is where the fun stuff happens. See, people are just friending me over and over. It's hard to keep up with them sometimes. So, there's something called buy-sell trade. There's a buy-sell trade pages on social media. They are like classifieds in the newspaper. There's places that looking for jobs, hiring jobs, Chicago, employment, careers. I've spent a year joining as many as I can. And I'm going to show you how I'm able to, let's show what I put up earlier. Thank you, 4G LTE. Okay. This is what I shared today. And I'm going to show you, this is just straight to my page. Now, if I wanted to create it into an ad, I'm going to my buy-sell page.
Yeah, pull it down.
No time we can't see it.
Gotcha. I'm going to show you what I typically do. But I've done it already today, and you are monitored on Facebook's very good at making sure you're not out there spamming. So if you're sharing something too much, they're going to let you know, and they're not going to put it up. So I would typically go here. Oh, they told me I put too much out earlier.
So you're going to another group.
So I will, yeah, I'm going to another group. And I'm a part of so many groups here. You're talking about stay-at-home parents, working groups, community pages. Yeah. So imagine now, I'm able to put my stuff in Arabic and share it.
So you just use a Google Translate.
I'm using
and
Google
use the Translate,
Translate.
and then
I got examples of the translate. I keep them right in here. I'm constantly coming up with new material, and I send it to my wife. So when I'm putting together something to recruit somebody with, just our branch is currently expanding, and we are in the onboarding process, seeking new professionals in the following fields: all aspects of insurance, retirement solutions, investment advisory, estate planning, world-class training provided. Now it's in Spanish. Thank you, Google Translator. So what I do here is,
do they respond back to their native language?
they do.
And then you Google Translate, right?
No, I let them know up front, hey, I'm looking for bilingual folks. Please don't get mad at me that my Spanish is not so good.
Okay.
And then we fix that up right away.
Okay.
Because if I put something in the air, somebody in the air, I'm like, oh, what am I gonna say? Okay. You see how?
So let's create something here. Actually, I'll do it in Spanish since I haven't done it yet. I'm going to go to my groups. I'm going to go to here. See?
I think they got you on their watch list.
They do.
That's why you
Is there a
dialed into
certain,
this
you know,
camera.
Miguel, how many you cannot, well, it looks like over 20 already. Some of these.
There is,
Like there's a guideline, like how.
yeah, like they keep track on you of
Yeah.
who you're posting it to. So if I could have got to it, which I don't think I can right now, because I did want to, I did share something earlier, but I've shared it to the group. All the buy-sell groups are integrated. If you can post on one, you're allowed to post on every other one if you choose to. So even though you don't have the imagery, let me get this guy off of there. Even though you don't have the imagery right now, a group, let's see, that one that we're just looking at, Chicago something, had 7,000 people. On average, there's about 30,000 people per group, some at 100,000. So earlier, the reason why they won't let me touch anything now is because I posted on 106 different groups.
Oh.
all of them minimum 30,000 people, 40,000, 50, 60. If I were to go through it, you'd be like, is this ever going to end? Like, is this guy serious right now? And that's because there's just so many people on social media. It's like infinite.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and then they direct message me. Now, the reason why I've done this is because I want to go cold. And most importantly, I want them to reach out to me. I'm not trying to go cold calling everybody. These people saw the info. They saw the stuff. They're impressed. You know, it's impressive stuff. So they reach out to me, and then we get going. I let them know, hey, did you get a chance to really get a good look at my website? Why don't you take a look at this video? The great video, recruiting-wise, end of wealth and retirement. If I want them to be a client, how money works. If I'm advertising the business, dreams start here, or the millennial message. So, any questions?
No, you're way advanced. Social media is the way to go. It is.
Right.
Everybody's on social media.
Cool, cool.
So that's awesome.
Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like it. So, there's, the way I got these photos, right? I took a snapshot of the videos.
Yeah.
It took me about 2 hours, but I got all the good ones. So, Facebook tracks one picture. If you share one picture too many times, they're like, you cannot use this picture anymore. So I have 60. I'm pretty confident that I can create some verbiage to attach to the video, you know, to bring a picture to attach to that with a website. All the good stuff. Like, this is one of my favorite ones for recruiting. It looks a lot clearer on my phone. Life like surfing is all about wave selection and balance. Never let the best waves go by.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
So on these, the pictures that you're using,
Yes.
they monitor what you put on in the groups, right? They don't monitor your page or how many times you posted on your own
Even
personal
on your page.
Really?
You know, there's something us modern folks call, Facebook thirsty. You don't want to be putting the same stuff over and over and over.
Okay.
Because they'll catch it.
They'll catch it. They catch right away, and I've experienced that.
Oh.
I put out something once every 72 hours. Because you put out so much, you're locked out for 72 hours. And then they review it. They're like, what is this stuff? But a lot of the groups, you have to kind of build a relationship. There's questions to ask when you join a group. They're going to be like, do you live in the area? What are you offering? Give me a legit website. So I do that. And I did that with a college group called Chicago Latinx. They actually asked me for my email to refer college students this way. Just by having some good material out here. And some of the best visuals we have is straight from our website. So, what I would like to do is just open myself up, share this stuff, because if become friends with me on Facebook, I will forward you everything if you would like to, right through Messenger. Could send you 60 pictures right away, examples on how I used it. So this way you can get some creative juices. And I'll tell you one thing, women are great with this. Like, when I see women recruiting online, it is just insane how many people join them. You know, to me, I'm like begging my wife, like, babe, please, you know, because I practiced with her. I practiced with her creating something once, and she's just had so many responses. But it was just hard trying to keep up this, like, referring back to me, and then I'll bring it to the office and stuff like that, and her phone's going off too much. So I do it now. So this is what I got, guys, and this is what I've been working on, and I felt compelled to share because I want to do my part in really helping building this night up. So just having an image attached to something you're trying to share just does so much, you know? Nobody knows about the Rule of 72, and then they see Albert Einstein on there. They're just like, what is this? And they're going to click on it, and most likely they're going to get back with you. So that's all I got for you guys today.
That's
Good
really
job.
good. Thank you, Miguel.
Thank you for sharing.